Hello, in this lecture I will talk about the final report, which is a group final report, a written report, and also the presentation. So the purpose of this assignment is for the group to summarize what they have done successfully in the group simulation throughout the semester, and prepare a final report for the incoming management team on, as you can read here, on how the group left the brands positioned for the future, and with advice on how best to manage the OTC lines into the future. So it's a summary of the strategy and performance through the final period, from period 0 all the way to period 6, to summarize your group's strategies and performances, which also corresponding. Remember, before the midterm, your group did a marketing plan together. So this is kind of a look back at how have you executed the marketing plan in reality. And it's a summary, it's a performance evaluation. So each group should submit one final report. Please use a Word document, not a link to a Google Docs file. I often have difficulty in open those Google online files. So use Word document, and then like always, submit to the Dropbox before the deadline, which is the end of Friday, May the 8th. So in terms of your final reports format, it should be no more than 7 pages, double space, 1-inch margin, 12-font, Times New Roman font. If you have appendix, then your appendix is not limited to the 7 page limit, or is not included in the 7 pages. You can have as many pages of appendixes as you want. The organization of your report should start with a cover sheet with your team's name, team members, date, and course number, the BUS 330. Describe your team's success in implementing your strategy. So that's key strategic moves. What would you do differently if you would revise your marketing plan? So if you are going to start over, what would you do? And then describe 5 key things you have learned about being a manager, especially being a marketing manager for a company. Feel free to use bulletin points here. And then in the previous point, when you're describing your success or what would you do differently, feel free to use tables and figures. Those are all part of 7 pages. And then any appendix you want to add to your report. If you notice, I put team number here. If you want to check your team number, there's a list of the teams that's posted under content on Blackboard. So you can go there and check and find out your team number. All right, so hopefully we're clear about why are we doing the final report, what are my expectations, page limit, and all those. Presentation. So originally my plan was to have each team present together as a team your final project. However, that's not going to happen. So I want each group still prepare a PowerPoint presentation together, roughly 13 to 15 minutes PowerPoint presentation based on your group's final report. But given the circumstances that we are in, I want each member of the group present independently. So the group will put together the PowerPoint presentation, and then decide who's going to present what, and then split the work. So, for example, if you have, I don't know, I'm making this up, if you have 4 members and then 15 pages or 20 pages, then each one of the members will present on like 4 to 5 pages. And then, so my expectation is when you put the 4 members' presentation together, there will be a coherent 15, you can go above 15 to 20 minutes presentation. So how are we going to do this is each student will record his or her own section and presentation using this free tool called Screencast-O-Matic. I have a separate PDF file in the folder on how to use this, and then record and then publish to YouTube so that we save the space on Blackboard. After you're done, copy the link from YouTube and post your published presentation on YouTube. So the link of the URL of your YouTube place, and post that to the discussion board for the presentation so that everyone in the class can check on other individual students' presentation. Especially, again, your group should, when I watch the 4 members' presentation, for example, together, it should be a coherent, consistent presentation on your group's final project. I gave you an example here. This is the link with a presentation that is exactly did the same thing. Use the Screencast-O-Matic free tool and then present it and then published to YouTube. So what's that? That's the style of presentation that I'm looking for. Okay. After you're done, again, after you're done publishing to YouTube, copy your link to the discussion forum, and I will record another lecture that is go over the process of using the Screencast-O-Matic tool as an example. So you can read the PDF file and also watch my lecture on how to do this. So as you can see in this example, I don't want to see your screen. I want to see you presenting into your camera. So it's recording you as if you're presenting facing an audience, not your screen. So which is different from my regular lectures. So I'm going to upload another video and show you how to use Screencast-O-Matic.